I have a problem, is what I've learned. Okay, where do I even begin? Where do I even begin? Friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Claire, and this is Claire's Neverland of Books. Today, I bring you my October book haul. October was my birthday month, so I did spend quite a bit of money on books. I also was gifted some kindly from some friends, and I also received a ton of pre-orders through the Barnes & Noble pre-order sale. I always take advantage of that, especially on manga, because manga is expensive. They rarely discount them. Even on Amazon, you can't really get them discounted. So pre-ordering them through the Barnes & Noble sale makes them so much cheaper, and it makes it so worth it to pre-order. So we've got a lot of books to go through. Over 65 books, I think. So we're going to rapid fire. We're not going to talk about what the books are about. If you're interested, definitely look them up. And I'm horrible at pronunciation, so I'm probably not even going to say the authors' names for most of them, specifically the manga, because I will butcher them, and that is not what I'm about. So let's get into it. So we're going to start with manga first. I'm going to go over the ones that are unread and then the ones that are read. So this is, like I said, going to be rapid fire because there's a ton of books to go through here. So first we have We Can't Just Do Plain Love, Volume 3. Office romance, I believe. You're going to see a theme here. I mostly read romance manga. Yes. Next up we have Fangs, Volume 3. Vampire romance, I believe, if I remember correctly. We have A Beast's Love is Like the Moon and A Beast's Descent into Love. Next we've got How My Daddies Became Mate, Volume 1. Omegaverse is really popular in manga, especially yaoi, and I love it. So also another theme that you will see here. Then we have Night of the Living Cat, Volume 5. This one is a fun one. Post-apocalyptic world where instead of turning into zombies, you turn into cats. Sold. We have My Dearest Patrolman, Volume 2. Next we have Outbride, Beauty and the Beast, Volume 6. This is a reverse harem one. Can't Refuse S, Volume 4. Another romance manga. As you can tell, it's wrapped, which means it has explicit content in it. And then I have After We Gazed at the Starry Skies, Volume 1 and 2. It looks like it's a disability rep romance that looks really cute, and I'm really excited to get to that one. Here's a fantasy adventure one called Overgear, Volume 5. It's actually a manhwa, so it's like full color inside. Love these. And then last on the unread stack is a light novel. It's Case File Compendium, Volume 3. I recently read Volume 1 and really enjoyed it, so I've been picking up these as they come out. Okay, and next on to the ones that I have read. I think majority of them I read this month, so you should see that in my wrap-up coming soon. We have Wolfpack, Undead, Finding Love in the Zombie Apocalypse, Volumes 1 and 2. This one was a fun one. Whales of the Bound. This is also an Omegaverse one-shot. Stay By My Side After the Rain, Volumes 1 and 2. Here You Are, Volume 1. This was it started as a Kickstarter. It's like an indie publisher that's publishing this. It started as a Kickstarter. It was only like $8 on Amazon, so I thought I'd give it a shot. And then The Dangerous Convenience Store, Volume 4. Next, I'm going to go through the books that were gifted to me for my birthday kindly by some of my closest friends. First, we have Metal Slinger by Rachel Snyder. This was a gift from Cassidy. I have already read and thoroughly enjoyed this one. Next, we have The Goddess Of by Randy Garner. This was gifted to me by Maria, so thank you so much, Maria. I can't wait to get to this one. Another romantasy with gods. Don't know much else about it. It's going to be great. Next, we have from Mel. This was Blood of the Sands by S.C. Grayson. This is on our buddy read list for November. It's a reoccurring theme with me and Mel. We buddy read all the time. Cassidy too, but those are more spur of the moment. And then I have Blood Oath by Morgan B. Lee from Holly. Reverse harem, academy setting. It's going to be great. And then lastly, we have Of Dragons and Desire by G.K. DeRosa. This was so kindly gifted to me from Deb over at DG Reads. All right, the next stack of books that I have here are just books that I either purchased this month or from the pre-order sale. We first got Phantasma by Kylie Smith. This is like Danny Phantom meets the Phantom of the Opera, I believe. Romantasy, can't go wrong there. I'm really excited to read this. It was Mel's buddy read pick for October in her Patreon, but I didn't get to it, so hopefully I will be getting to it soon though. Next we have Psycho Shifters by Jasmine Mass. This is a Omegaverse reverse harem. I believe it falls under poly too. I think some of the guys get together too, but this has been on my radar for a while, and I went birthday Barnes & Noble shopping with some friends and they had it at Barnes & Noble, so I love seeing indie authors on the tables at Barnes & Noble's, and so I had to pick it up. Next we have Pucky and Sweet by Emily Rath. This is book 3 in the Jacksonville Rays hockey series. I am a huge hockey romance fan. Really need to get into the sport, but I love hockey romance, so this has been a series that I've been buying as it comes out and I need to get caught up on. Then we have the new covers for The Bridge Kingdom by Danielle L. Jensen. I actually haven't read this yet. I own the indie books, but I love these new covers, so I did want to pick them up as they've been coming out traditionally. Next we have Throne of Secrets by Carrie Maniscalco. This is book 2 in the spin-off standalone series from Kingdom of the Wicked. I read that trilogy as it was coming out. Absolutely loved it. Still need to read Throne of the Fallen. You can see it's here over on my TBR cart. But this is the next one in that series following one of the other Lords of Hell. Next we have Bell's Hells What Doesn't Break Us by Cassandra Kaw. This is a Critical Role book, which is a group of voice actors that do D&D and they live stream it on YouTube and Twitch. I am a big D&D player. I actually started by watching this group play online, and it just is so cool to see that these characters that they've created are now getting books. This is the 3rd one that they've published traditionally, so it's really cool to see all of their characters getting the recognition that they deserve for being such phenomenal characters, and I can't wait to read this one. Next on to the ones that I have read. We've picked up, I picked up for my family because my mom is a big fan of it too. The Hunger Games Illustrated Edition that just came out by Susan Collins. This is a staple in the book world. If you don't know what the Hunger Games is, you're living under a rock and you need to go read it. But this edition came out this month. It's got beautiful illustrations within it following the story. And I just had to have it and to add it to my collection. I also had to pick up Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole. This is the traditionally published hardcover version. I own the indie hardcovers of this, but I just want to support Penn Cole more, so I had to pick up the new traditionally published version of it. It's so pretty. It's got some foiling on it. Another one I've already read is A Shadow in the Ember by JLA. Obviously, this has been out for quite a while, but Barnes & Noble started making Barnes & Noble exclusive editions of this series and the Blood and Ash series. So it started with book 2 in this series, so we hadn't gotten book 1 yet, so they just came out with this one actually just this last week, so I had to get this one to add to my collection as well. Next we're going to get into normal books that have sprayed edges. So the new standard editions, you know, Red Tower started with Fourth Wing. It's now a sensation. I'm here for it. Please give all my books sprayed edges. Love it to death. So first we've got The Stars Are Dying. I can never say her last name, but I read her other series and really loved it. So I'm really excited for this one to see it be traditionally published. This one is stunning. It's just got these beautiful sprayed edges. Under the Dust Jacket's really pretty too. I'm really happy. This was how the indie book looked under the Dust Jacket, so I'm really glad that they were able to bring that to the traditional one too. Next we have Bull Moon Rising by Ruby Dixon, author of Ice Planet Barbarians. This one also has really pretty sprayed edges. It's got beautiful end papers, and just a really pretty Under the Dust Jacket hard case. And then we have Bloodguard, another Red Tower release, stunning sprayed edges, beautiful end papers, and a beautiful foiling on the hard case. Now into ones that I have read, we have After by Anna Todd. This is the 10-year anniversary edition. It's got beautiful sprayed edges like all of these editions. This series has me in a chokehold. I read this series as it was coming out on Wattpad as the original fan fiction for One Direction. I don't recommend it to anybody, but if you want to pick it up and try it, please do. Tell me what you think. If you hate it, don't come near me. I don't want to hear it, okay? There's no hate for this series in my heart. Absolutely adore it with every fiber of my being. Next, we have Frigid by JLA. This just got republished by Bloom Books, so it's got really pretty first edition sprayed edges on it. It's a contemporary thriller romance, suspense romance, romantic suspense. Yes, that's what I would call it. It's set in a winter setting. I actually just reread it the moment it got into my hands. I love this book with my whole heart. It's just a fun, quick reread. It's like 300 pages, but definitely excited to have this edition in my hands. Next, we have Desperate Measures by Katie Roberts. This is a Aladdin retelling. It's Jasmine and Jafar. It's taboo. It's spicy. She just got it republished through Sourcebooks, and it's got these stunning sprayed edges. I'm a part of her Patreon, so she sends out all her books for the tier that I'm on every other month that she publishes, so I've been collecting a ton of her books. Next we have When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. This is just the standard hardcover edition. I've got a few special editions of this one, but I had to get this edition too because I love this book with my whole heart. I read it at the very beginning of this year. It's definitely, spoiler alert, gonna be on my top reads of the year. I think about it daily. And then lastly, for standard special editions, we have Beach Read by Emily Henry. This just came out. It's so beautiful. Just these beautiful, stunning edges, and the front hardcover. I love Emily Henry. Her books just bring so much joy to me, and when I saw this stunning edition, I had to pick it up. Last section of the video, we're doing special editions. So these are either special editions that I pre-ordered forever ago or a part of a subscription. I think only one is a part of a subscription for this video. But first up, we have the Poison Study series by Maria V. Snyder. These are from Bookish Box. They're really beautiful. I read Poison Study earlier this year, right at the beginning of the year, and I had a really fun time with it. I'm really excited to continue with the series. These are just stunning, beautiful editions with beautiful artwork on the cover, Under the Dust Jacket, and I'm very excited to have these for my collection. Then we have Magic Study. These beautiful Under the Dust Jacket. And then lastly, Fire Study. I've got those beautiful edges, Under the Dust Jacket, the reverse dust jacket. I will say I'm not thrilled with the Bookish Box. I really enjoy some of their editions. Their wait times are insane. They've been so behind for so long, and it's quite honestly ridiculous. So I would like to not buy from them anymore, but then they do series that I'm really, really looking forward to seeing special editions of, and I end up buying them anyways, and then waiting like a year for them. These got delayed a lot too. We were supposed to have them back in April, I think, originally. That was the original plan, and we didn't. We just got them in October. Next, I have two from Lit Haven. I have King of Battle and Blood by Scarlett St. Clair. This is a stunning gilded sprayed edges, beautiful under the dust jacket and papers. I'm not sure how well this is showing up on camera. I hope well enough. The end papers, we've got different on both sides. And then the beautiful Under the Dust Jacket reverse artwork. These two we waited quite a while for. They had delayed. I think I bought these well over a year ago at this point. So I'm very happy that they're finally in my hand. Lit Haven, I've had some good experience with and some not. I probably will continue to buy from them if they continue doing these series specifically. Next, we have the Book of Azrael by Amber V. Nicole. Also stunning gilded black edges. Beautiful artwork. But yeah, they just took forever for these to come out. There were lots of delays with this stunning end papers, different on both sides. I really like the artwork on this one. It's really beautiful. And then the Under the Dust Jacket artwork. Beautiful. So we'll see. I haven't really seen them continue series often, so I'm hoping that they'll at least do the Book of Azrael, because I did really enjoy book 1. So I would like to continue with a special edition set for this series instead of buying the traditional paperbacks for them. So we'll see if they continue to do series. Next, I have books from Fairy Loot. Fairy Loot's a staple in the book community. They're very reliable. They do have delays, but they're very open about the communication on it. This is the Romantasy book, I think for September. It got to me super late compared to everybody else. It's Half a King by Melissa Landers. Beautiful, stunning edition. This was also a Red Tower book that they are doing. I don't know much about it, but the artwork is stunning, and I'm very excited to read it at some point. Next from Fairy Loot is Howl's Moving Castle. It's a staple in the community. Oh my god, this edition is stunning. I'm so in love with it. So in love with it. It's so beautiful. They did the Kiki's Delivery Service too. I had to get that one, and then they're continuing this series as well, so I'm so excited for that. The beautiful end papers. I believe they're the same on the other side. Yeah, but I had to add this one to my collection as well. And lastly, from Fairy Loot, I have books 4, 5, and 6 for the Vampire Academy series. This series is one of my all-time favorite series. Absolutely adore it, and I was so thrilled when finally someone decided that they were going to do a special edition set for it. And I was very happy that it was Fairy Loot, to be honest, because Fairy Loot's editions are stunning and they always knock them out of the park. Beautiful reverse dust jacket. This series is like it's a series that I bonded with my mom, and when she saw these editions, she was so in love with them, so I did have to order them for her too. I had to buy the first 3 from a reseller, which was fine. It wasn't super expensive. And then I had to have one of my best friends order the second series because Fairy Loot's pretty picky on multiple orders for the same household, so I didn't want to have it canceled on accident if I placed it on my mom's card. So I had my best friend order it for me so that my mom could also have it for her collection. Again, Under the Dust Jacket artwork, stunning. And then the last book in that series, The Last Sacrifice. End papers are very simple, which I don't mind. The rest of the book makes up for the rest of that. The foiling on this is just so beautiful. I look at them daily and I'm like, do I want to switch the dust jackets to be Under the Dust Jacket artwork? Do I want to take them off and have it be the naked hardcover? Because they are just so beautiful. Next I have the Shadow and Crown series by S.M. Gaither. This is from Books for Days crate. I flipped the dust jackets out to have the reverse dust jackets on them because I liked that a lot better. than the original. Just stunning artwork, different art end papers on each side. This was the original dust jackets, but I liked these better, so I flipped them out. Book 2, also just so stunning. The end papers for that. And the foiling on the hard case is just so stunning. Here's the original front dust jacket and what I flipped it to. Now, I've ordered from Books for Days a few times, and I'm very happy with the quality of their books. They're very decent quality, like they don't feel cheap. And they're really good on communication too. They don't have much delay that I've seen. Most of my stuff comes to me when they originally tell me it will be. So I haven't had any problems with them. And then book 4, the artwork is just so beautiful. Loved these ones. Have the inside, original outside cover. And their covers were really easy to fix, which I love, to flip, which I love, because sometimes they're not. And then lastly, book 5, just beautiful. This cover was very bright. The cover colors were an interesting choice. I think that's also why I flipped them, because the artwork was just way more coherent for me as a series. So I felt like flipping them was much better. Definitely love them so much though. And then also from Books for Days that I picked up was Lady of Darkness by Melissa K. Rorick. This was in their scratch and dent sale that they had, because I missed the original sale. I hadn't read the series when they originally went on sale, so I missed out on it, and it has since become my favorite series of all time. So I was so incredibly sad. So I had to pick it up when they did the scratch and dent leftover sales. I wasn't able to get the leftover, so I ended up with the scratch and dent. But honestly, I think mine are just kind of like off-center misprints. They're not really bad at all. There's no dents in them. They're just so stunning, and I'm so excited to put them in my collection, because if you can't tell, this is a Melissa K. Rorick shelf, and I needed them. I also flipped the dust jackets on these ones because I really like the artwork better. And I love that Books for Days did other couples on this artwork instead of doing the main couple for all of them, because that's typically what you'll see with some special editions from other companies, that they tend to just do like the main couple and not all the other characters. So I really love that they do that. Got 3. They're just so beautiful. Book 4. And then the end papers are really pretty. They're the same on each book. The sprayed edges line up together to make just smoke, which I love. Beautiful end papers. I don't know if you can see. It's like holographic on them. It's so pretty. One of my favorite sets that I now have in my collection. And then lastly, Lady of Starfire, book 5. Yeah, I think like this is just like off-centered on most of them. I think that's really all that was the problem with the scratch and dent part. Beautiful. under the dust jacket original side, and then what I reversed it to. I was definitely so excited that I was able to add this one to my collection. Okay, and lastly, for this insane book haul, I have the Fever series from Karen Marie Moaning from Arcane Society. I had to pick these up. And when I say I had to have my mom buy them for my birthday. And they came in perfect timing because they arrived just in time for my birthday. Also, I flipped these as well. The original covers, they're just very similar. And so I liked the reverse dust jacket better. Arcane's quality is amazing. They also have like pre-folded edges on there, so you can flip rather very easily. It doesn't make it difficult, which I love. But you'll see that it's just her hair on these covers, and it's basically like in the same position over and over again. So I didn't love that, but I love this character artwork. I'm going to read book 1 sometime this month, so I'm very excited to see all the love for this series. It's so well loved by so many people in the book community, so I'm very excited that I have this collection to add. They're beautiful. Beautiful. Like the amount of detail that Arcane puts into their books. Arcane, I think, is my favorite out of everybody that I'm subscribed to in some format or I've purchased from. Arcane definitely has the best quality for sure. So I just love their books. All right, that's all I got for you guys. This has been an eye-opener to truly see how much I hauled within the month. I tend to track it. Sometimes I fall off, but my God, I buy too many books. It's okay. I know it's a problem. I'm fine with it. I can afford it. Luckily, not everybody can, so I understand that. But that's all I have for you guys today. If you want to leave me an emoji to say you were here, drop the flame emoji. And if you've read any of these books and think that I should get to them sooner rather than later, let me know down in the comments below. What is something that you hauled this month that you love? Let me know. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, guys. Bye.